Merry Christmas from the What Matters podcast. I'm Michelle Funk, your host. And this week, instead of a full episode, I want to invite you to listen to or view our launch episode of Joy with Kristen Koshman. It's available right now on the Rez Women YouTube channel, as well as by audio on your favorite podcast player. Be sure to subscribe. Now, there's no cost to this, and that way you won't miss any of our upcoming episodes. Next week, you'll want to tune in for an important conversation with Pastor Ashley Morgan Kirk. She helps us to understand that the power of the wait. Waiting, she says, is not just an empty process. Waiting is useful. I can't wait for you to take part in that conversation. And now, since it's Christmas week, I want to share with you a sidebar article that goes along with the Luke passage of Jesus' birth being foretold. This comes from the CEB Women's Bible, and which includes lots and lots of sidebar articles and extra resources. This one in particular is written by Ginger Gaines Ciarelli, who I hope to have as a podcast guest someday here on What Matters. Here's what she has to say. The language of blessing often gets connected to material wealth, but Mary's blessing, told from Luke 1:42, was not that at all. It was a blessing of purpose, of new life, of relationship, of participation in what God was doing in the world. Mary's blessing brought hardship, confusion, grief, but it was still a blessing. The greatest gifts we receive, the capacity to love, to share, to create, all involve risks and are certain to bring pain into our lives in some way. But God desires our participation in the divine work of bearing beauty, love, and truth into the world. And that's a blessing indeed. Part of what we're doing here with the What Matters podcast is to offer those types of words of encouragement, to see what God is doing in our world and to join in and become part of that. So I wish you a very Merry Christmas, and we'll see you next week on the What Matters podcast. Bye for now.